I'd like to call the Bluff City Board of Mayor and Alderman special call meeting to order Monday, April 19th, 2021, 6 p.m. Prayer by Vice Mayor Ray Hand.
You do the roll call?
Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. I missed the roll call. Sandy Harper Road roll call.
Alderman Key. Here. Alderman Rule.
Here.
Vice Mayor Arrington.
Here.
Alderman Ward. Alderman Dolan. Here.
Okay. Prayer by Vice Mayor Ray Hans, and then immediately following Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Lord, we come to you now for this town of Bluff City. We thank you for this beautiful day you've given us. We thank you for everything you do for us. We ask you now to be with us during these decisions that are made for the town of Bluff City and its residents, that we do the right thing. In your Son's holy name we pray. Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, we're going to change the schedule just a little. We're going to have discussion and action on the opioid lawsuit and his District Attorney General Barry Stalvers. Yes.
All right, thank you. I know some of you, and I'm Barry Stalvers. I'm the District Attorney in Sullivan County. And about 4 years ago, I filed a lawsuit in state court, which means here in Sullivan County, where you all live, and the circuit court. And I filed it under a law called the Drug Dealer Liability Act. And what that law said, the district attorney could file lawsuits against even people that manufacture legal drugs if they distributed them and sold them and represented them in a manner that created an illegal drug market. And what I alleged was that 3 pharmaceutical companies, Purdue Pharma, Mallinckrodt, and Endo, what I said and what we alleged in the lawsuit was that they created these opioids. They knew they were addictive. They did not let the public know. Matter of fact, they said they weren't. And they sold more drugs in Tennessee, particularly in Sullivan County and East Tennessee, than could be medically explained. Millions of drugs were sold. And they even knew that there were millions of drugs being sold in Tennessee. And yet they continued to make money. Now, Pharma and Mallinckrodt have gone into bankruptcy. We're in bankruptcy in federal court dealing with those. But Endo is not going into bankruptcy. We have a jury trial set in July. And what happened in that case was Judge Moody ruled that I could bring this lawsuit under this unique law that never been really tested. And the Supreme Court said, yes, if you prove the facts you've alleged, you can recover under the Drug Dealer Liability Act. But you cannot be the plaintiff. I had filed as the plaintiff, representing you all. What the Supreme Court said, I had to be the lawyer. I could join my other lawyers that I'd hired at Nashville. I could become of counsel, but I'd have to get your all's permission for you all to be plaintiffs in the lawsuit. And so that's why I'm here today. I'm of counsel. The lawyers that you have, that I've been using, we've received millions of documents. We've deposed over 60 witnesses in the case. And I myself was deposed for 3 separate days for 8 hours apiece, 24 hours. We have provided in thousands of documents. And what happened at the last court hearing is that we were there, and the judge found that Endo and their lawyers acted so dishonestly and misrepresented things to the degree that he gave us a default judgment. And that means he found them basically liable under the Drug Liability Act. So when we go to court in July, it won't be to prove liability, it's only damages. To explain that, it'd be like if you were in a car wreck. Normally in a car wreck, you have to prove the other side's at fault, and once you prove that they're at fault, then you say this is how much money I get. Okay? Well, Judge Moody said we don't have to prove who's at fault. I'm saying they're at fault. So when we go to court, it's just a matter of damages. We're just going to ask the jury, and what we've asked for is $2.5 million. And whether we recover, it'll be up to the jury. How much money they have, I don't know. They probably had a lot more than they claim to have. But if we win that lawsuit, that money comes straight here, and we use it for the reasons that we need here in Sullivan County, Bluff City. How much money, I can't promise you, or if there's any money. But if there is any money and you're in the lawsuit, then you have a chance to recover. If you don't join the lawsuit, you don't get anything. I don't get any money as a lawyer. The law firm will either ask for a percentage of the amount, or they'll ask for money up and above what they get for us. It'll be up to the judge to decide how that works. So, that's where we're at. And Judge Moody took the extraordinary measure of declaring them liable because of misrepresentations the lawyers and the company made along the last 4 years. So, I would like, Sullivan County has already agreed. They've signed a resolution and retainer agreement to keep this law firm on. It's got all this work. They're excellent law firms in Nashville. Just with the Kingsport, and I expect that they will sign a resolution and join the lawsuit. Bristol is going to consider their meeting next week. They told me they needed to come. They knew what they thought that they would do, which was join it. And then I asked, contacted the mayor. Well, but I knew she would be here, but I contacted Attorney Frost and asked them to see schedule so I could, one, tell you what's going on in the lawsuit and answer any of your questions, John. And I do appreciate you all making the time to be here tonight to let me speak. And the Attorney General has a lawsuit. You may have heard about it. Herb Slattery in Nashville. Getting money to this wouldn't preclude you from getting him. The difference is if he recovers, it's going to go to Nashville. And he will decide who gets it, not us. So, that's basically what I want to come talk to you about. Now, any questions, anybody has about the lawsuit, or anything related to the lawsuit, I'd be glad to talk to you about.
Okay, I think I've got one.
Sure.
These people that's on these pain pills and stuff right now that needs them,
They stop that now.
you were stopping.
No. People can still get prescriptions from doctors. What we're punishing is when they overprescribe, people know they were addicted.
Okay.
When these drugs came out, they knew they were addicted, and they didn't tell doctors, they didn't tell patients. They sold the drugs, and they sold more than anybody could consume legally for legal purposes. There were millions sold here in Sullivan County. I mean, more than anybody legitimately could take. And at some point, they came together with their sales representatives and their quality control people. They said, look at Tennessee. Look at how many drugs we're selling. And they said, what are we going to do about it? They said, keep selling them. We're making money.
What about the doctors that overprescribe?
We have action. They've been included. As a matter of fact, one of the doctors is in the lawsuit. He was prosecuted and went to federal prison. And we also had a couple of clinics, pain clinics. They went into bankruptcy. So we feel like we were successful in that we drove a couple of pain clinics out of the county. We got a doctor prosecuted for prescribing them. And what we want to do is the people that made these drugs, and what Endo made was Opana, or Opana. You've got Opana, Opana. That is the opioid they prescribe. And they have made millions of dollars off of it. And we felt like that they should be held accountable here in Sullivan County. And a jury of people from Bluff City, Kingsport, Bristol, and Bluffton should sit on that jury, and they can decide if they owe us money and how much. And then we, as the citizens of Sullivan County, will try to figure out if we get money where it goes. It won't go through Nashville. It won't go through Washington. It'll come straight here. And then we as a group, and there's also a lawsuit for the 9 counties. Mine is for here, Sullivan County, but the 2 other DAs have also filed an identical lawsuit for the 9 counties. So when we go to court, we won't be able to decide. We'll be here for Sullivan County, but they will decide the money that we get for all 9 counties. Okay? So
The two companies that has filed bankruptcy.
do what?
2 companies you said has already filed
We have a
bankruptcy.
bankruptcy lawyer, and we're pursuing that as well.
And okay, well these companies stop making those drugs?
They are making a whole lot less of them because the laws have changed where those drugs are still prescribed, but they're not just giving them out willy-nilly to people to get addicted. Now, if you want those drugs, you can still get them. But you get less, and you have to, have them for a legitimate purpose. You can't go in there and say, I got a headache today. They go, here, there's no pond. If you have a surgery, like a knee surgery, a back surgery, you can get it, and you can get it up to a certain amount of days, and if you still need it, you go to the doctor and tell him, and he prescribes it.
I was in knee surgery next week.
Right. And there was a time, though, that anybody could get it with one of them, really anybody. And that's how many people have got addicted. And they felt like all these drugs were doing great. They didn't know how addicted they were. And next thing you know, they're committing crimes, going through divorce, and they're losing their job. A lot of costs associated with it.
You said that lawsuits, will the money, if we do get it, get to be used for our communities?
Right. Well, and we don't know exactly how it's going to work. So we know that the money, we get the money, we'll all sit down together and try to divide a plan of how to make the money. But we won't have to go through her salary. We won't have to go through the governor. It'll be you sitting at the table. Somebody from Bluff City will sit at the table. Somebody from Bristol will sit at the table. Somebody from Sullivan County, Kingsport, Greene County, and Unicoi County. And we'll all try to figure out, and some of the stuff may come specifically here. We may come up with a regional plan. We may try to establish regional rehabilitation facilities for people that are addicted to drugs that we don't have now. We might throw up a facility, take people from Ogden County, and go in and get rehab and make it a place where people, that their lives can be changed and altered. So the first thing is to win the lawsuit, and then if we recover the money, then we'll come up with a plan, and you all will be a part of it. We have to say something.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Yes.
does anybody else have any questions?
No, don't have any questions. Now, our city recorder is on vacation.
Yes.
We get her to sign it next week. That'll be
That's
good.
fine.
Okay.
Just email it to me or the attorney, Ms. Hurstfield.
Okay.
Any other questions? Good to be here. I know y'all got plenty of work on tonight. You don't want to hear a windbag like me keep talking. So I try to keep you brief to the point, but I got in this lawsuit because I really thought it was the right thing to do. I felt like they damaged our community. Probably every one of you all knows somebody that's got addicted to opioids, and it's ruined their lives. In some way or another. Either they committed a crime, or they were a victim of crime, or they lost their job, or they lost their family, or they've been on part time, they've been depressed, they need help. And I believe that the companies created that problem. And so I think it's only fair that we recover something and that they pay us back. And the good thing is we only have to go through part 2 of the lawsuit, and that's damages. In fact, Judge Moody took this extraordinary action of finding him liable. So when we go to court, it's just, we're going to ask for money. And that's all the jury's going to decide. Do we get any money from this company? If we do, how much? No. We've got experts lined up and everything ready to testify. It may be a 3-week trial. So, and we'll probably try to blunt because we have the new courthouse there. We have to redone the courtrooms to make them COVID compliant. So more than likely, Judge Moody's going to move the trial to Bluffville. We'll get a jury picked and hopefully start on the 26th of July. Okay? So keep that date in mind. Anyway.
Sounds
Anything
good.
else?
Sounds good.
Well, it's a beautiful day. I'm going to go out and get a little taste of it. So anyway, thank you all very much for your attention and your time. I'm glad to be here. And very well, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
Nice to see you. Sir.
Steve, it's been a while since I've seen you. Good to see you. Okay, glad to see you're doing good work in Bluff City. So
Thank you.
thank you all. Anyway, well, with that, I'll take my file and get out of here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do we need to make a motion on it or anything?
Yes. Discussion and action on opiate lawsuit resolution number 2021-001. Mr. Fry.
The Town of Bluff City Board of Mayor and Aldermen resolves that it fully supports the lawsuit, approves of the actions taken in the lawsuit thus far on its behalf, approves the lawsuit going forward with the Town of Bluff City named as plaintiff, and retains District Attorney Barry Staubus and the law firm of Brandsetter, Stranch, and Jennings as counsel in this matter and any other opioid-related lawsuit.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve?
Make a motion. I'll second.
Take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Key,
Yes.
Alderman Royals,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Boland.
Yes.
Okay. The next thing on the agenda.
Let's also take a vote. Let's have a motion and take a vote on the retainer agreement.
Oh, okay. Who would like to make a motion?
Make a motion to approve the retainer agreement.
Do we have a second?
I second that motion.
Take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Key,
Yes.
Alderman Royals,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Boland.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. And the next thing on the agenda is citizens' comments. Do we have anyone that would like to make a comment? Okay, we'll move on then. Discussion and action, information concerning the city projects, Mattern and Craig Engineering, Dave Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank y'all for having me this evening. Y'all recall at our last meeting, Alderman Bulls made a motion that you all approved for the Thomas to move forward with the schedule that we had proposed to advertise. They came back that day and said, asked if we would entertain an alternate schedule, and I thought it was in our best interest, and I told them we certainly would, and they sent it to us, and I wanted to present to you this evening of what they could guarantee in writing. And it's actually would be to start to work about 7 weeks later than we had in our original schedule of September. But given all the things and the unknowns with moving forward with another bid and the construction costs that we may anticipate, I thought that would be wise for you all to consider that actually before we went ahead and advertised.
Are they still in acceptance with the current bid?
Yes, they are. They did send an email, and I would like to read that to you, exactly what was said. Good morning. I've attached this proposed revised schedule for the remaining work and the change order work above. We would like to let you know that we see this proposed schedule as a worst-case scenario. We believe that it may be possible to begin the work earlier, but at this time cannot commit in writing to an earlier start date with the current workload we have. In response to the answers you provided yesterday, and that was with respect to the permits for the railroad and other permits, they said we would only request that we could revisit any flagging or inspection costs that will be provided by us when this work actually occurs. Thank you for your patience and consideration.
Do you have a copy of that to give everybody?
Yes, ma'am. I think I handed of the actual email. I do not. I only made one copy, but I can pull that.
What about the railroad permit? When's the time frame with it running out?
Well, if you all are okay with this schedule, I was going to send them an amended proposal and make sure that that was accepted.
And I've talked to John Lundberg in person, face-to-face, about all of this. He's going to try to help us with the extending the grant.
Thank you. And second item was I just last week when we were discussing this, Mayor Wells and Ms. Green and I, we discussed where we were on our budget to date, and this is the revised budget as of March of 2021. And our original total project budget, if you all recall, was $3,698,000. So we're over about $36,000 with everything considered from the beginning of the project today. That is likely not our best number. I know Ms. Green and I are going to sit down and reconcile these other items to make sure we get down right on it. But given that, we're still pretty much, that's 1%, we're on budget, and not knowing what could possibly happen with a rebid, good, bad, or ugly, that's why I would like for y'all to consider this schedule.
Anybody having comments?
November instead of September?
Yes, sir, that's what they have put in writing. And I would like to, revisit with them what they've said in their emails, they could possibly start earlier, so I'd like to keep a dialogue with them to see if we could begin earlier than this.
Right now, it's put us off 7 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think we ought to have a copy
Or
of that
is.
email?
In writing,
That's what you said.
what they would commit to.
I only have one question, because I'm out of town. Did you run that in the paper as vice mayor?
No, ma'am, I didn't, because I wanted you all to consider that.
Okay, but he had asked you to run it in the paper.
I understand. I made a decision not to because of the cost of that would be due to the town that you all may elect not to do it and then we would just cancel it.
We made a decision. Oh, bid or Vice Mayor.
I don't, those costs are typically $400 to $600, I think, for advertising. I didn't think that it would be good to incur that additional cost.
I'd like to have it in writing that they're going to keep the cost the same, other than, you know, the possible reflagging and all that stuff, which would be a given, but it needs to be signed by pen to paper.
What I'd like to do with this, there is an existing change order that has been sent, and that will be the actual revised contract document.
So that means once, but it's just got his name type on it, but, you know, I like to have pen on paper.
That's what we've been getting in these correspondences, but I understand.
Does anybody else have any questions?
We don't hurt us better, we rebid it, would.
I think at the same time too, if we can keep the cost the same,
Right.
what has already been,
Cost the same, yes.
that's the biggest kicker.
Yeah.
If
I think
we-
we may get it.
Yeah.
I think we're all frustrated. I don't like to say the weeds,
I don't either, but that.
in the end, as I've dug into this rebid more, I think giving a couple of days helps us out.
Right. And Lundberg is going to talk to Louis Tribbett and his boss.
Well, I'm not really frustrated, I'm just a little concerned because whenever someone, the Vice Mayor, asks somebody to do something, you know, I want to know why it's not done,
Right.
you know?
Yes, sir.
And this is unacceptable.
I'd like to have the phone call, you know.
Yes.
I was fine with it, of course, because I think this is the best plan of action. I thought it from the beginning, but at the same time, it just needs boots on the ground. We need it done.
I understand.
We pinpointed down to that 7 weeks delay, so.
With this being, if we accept this, can we go ahead and order the pumps?
That was included in that schedule.
I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
order them now, tomorrow. If we accept this and go forward with this, can we go ahead and,
I will make a note that we have accepted their contractual obligation and request that they do that.
go ahead and order them in case we need them beforehand?
Yes.
That way that they're sitting up here or sitting, you know, somewhere we can grab them.
And do they order the pumps?
They order them, they send us what we call them shop drawings. It's manufacturer's information that we then check against all the specifications to make sure it's correct. And then we accept them and then they use it for their order. I would guess, you know, we've been told again, approximately 12 weeks is what it will.
Can they check with A.Y. McDonald and Elizabeth?
Yes.
Because I was actually over there today talking to them. Because that's a local company here too, that they may be able to expedite that quicker.
Irene, what is that company that Craig Morrell works for? The pump company? Instead of pumps?
Mhm.
I think they came and talked to you one day, didn't they, one time before?
I think they're-
Yeah, we've actually given them some business before. I just cannot remember the name. But I have the information in the office. They worked on some pumps and for us up at the water plant.
Right.
We need them sooner rather than later, don't we? Just in
Yeah.
case.
And you will send that to Mayor Wells once you get it and all that?
The pump
Yeah.
information?
Mhm.
Yes. Everyone gets copied.
Okay. I want to see that, Mayor Wells,
Yep.
when you send it to you.
Okay.
Well, do we need to make a motion to accept this?
Yeah, I think so. But Alan, do you have any comment before we?
I do agree that we probably should see what we have going through as current. But that pump station, it is in dire straits, so just keep that in our whole mindset that it needs to be done as soon as possible. So, but I do agree that
Okay.
waiting for Thomas probably would be in our best interest in this situation if the market's changing.
Right.
Cost is going to change. So if they're going to stick with what originally was planned, I think that would be a great option.
And who would like to make the motion?
I'll make that motion that we continue to stay with Thomas Construction and that they order the pumps ASAP.
Okay. Okay. Take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Key,
Yes.
Alderman Broyles,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Bowe.
Yes.
And if they don't, do we have any anything that we can do if they don't stick by the schedule?
Certainly, terminate them and do the rebids along the lines of what we were going to do. I really believe, with what we've gone through, and they didn't just tell us they would hit it, based upon actually sitting down, and I think they talked to their existing clients and also to their suppliers, and that's how they arrived at this date that they would put into writing.
Okay. So we can't put in there if they don't start by November that we're gonna charge them some funds.
There are liquidated damages that can be assessed. And I need to actually review that to make sure how that works. If they, we do give them what would essentially be a new notice to proceed and it does not occur on or after that date, I think that would apply as a contractual, in the same contractual manner that the regular notice to proceed has. So yes.
Okay.
Same thing with completion date as well.
Yeah. Okay, then, do you have any other comments? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move down to discussion and action on the healthcare option for the city employees. With the choice between United Healthcare or Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. And I think,
What do they currently have?
okay, we have United Health. So I think the main thing you just need to look at is United Health is $189,540. And if we went with Blue Cross Blue Shield, it'd be $201,878.40. So,
Alan, are you happy with United? As far
I
as
haven't had any issues with it, and as of late, I have been using my insurance, but I haven't had any issues. I'm perfectly fine with it.
because I know it can be a mess if we switch insurance companies.
I got some chiropractic going on right now, so as long as I don't have any issues with that, I'm happy. I mean, as long as it's not a strain on the town, I would stick with it.
And it's cheaper keeping United, ain't it?
yes, it is.
Does the employees seem like they're happy with that?
I haven't had any complaints.
Right?
Sandy, have you had any problems?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, do we have a motion to stay with United Health?
I'll make a motion to stay with United Health.
I second that motion.
Okay, take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Key,
Yes.
Alderman Broyles,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Bowe.
Yes.
Okay, the next thing on the agenda, discussion, there's action. First reading on ordinance number 2021-005. Mr. Fry.
An ordinance to amend the municipal zoning ordinance of the town of Bluff City, Tennessee for the purpose of making addition to the zoning text for clarification of alcoholic beverages. And that new text will be section 417. Alcoholic beverages, the retail sale of beverages requiring for their sale a license issued by the Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission or permit issued by the Bluff City Beer Board shall be permitted only in business district that permits sale of retail goods, B2, B3, and B4. No such sale, however, shall be permitted until all state and local laws have been complied with.
Does anybody have any questions? Would you have a motion to approve?
Mayor, I make a motion
Second.
Take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Key,
Yes.
Alderman Roll,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Bowen.
Yes.
Okay. And the next thing on the agenda is discussion/action. First reading on ordinance number 2021-006. Mr. Fry.
An ordinance to amend Title 8 of the Bluff City Municipal Code dealing with alcoholic beverages. Be it therefore ordained by the Board of Mayor and Aldermen of the Town of Bluff City, Tennessee, that Title 8 of the Bluff City Municipal Code dealing with alcoholic beverages be deleted and replaced with Exhibit A, which is attached hereto, and I'll submit that text for the record.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that motion.
Take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Key,
Yes.
Alderman Roll,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
Alderman Bowen.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, everybody.
Swift action.
Yeah. That's, huh?
Motion is second.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard seconded.
Richard second.
Alderwoman Key,
Yes.
Alderman Roll,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harrington,
Yes.
You wanted out here.